Messing up is a part of life. I think we all know that we need to mess up and get humbled in order to grow. But sometimes we can really do our big one and it can truly feel like the end of the world. I can specifically remember just thinking, wow, I'd much rather than to deal with the consequences of my own actions right now. And I think that this can be very scary to talk about online, which is why a lot of people don't. We talk about our trivial mistakes, but I think there's a very different feeling of failure and just disappointment in yourself when you truly become suicidal because of something you did. Recently, my friend is kind of going through something like this where he fucked up. He fucked up bad, and he is going to have to deal with pretty heavy consequences. And they were the cause of his own actions, but I think it's so important to remember that nobody is perfect. And when you are in this position, you just have to push through. Push through because there is a way out in everything. We do not see the bigger picture. We don't have access to the entire playbook. We don't know what's in store for us in the future, but I really truly believe that everything happens to us for a reason. Everything happens to you for a reason. There is a bigger purpose. The universe or God, whoever it is that you believe in, they don't just throw things at you to make you suffer. I mean, even if you're just like a horrible person, you don't get put in the fire for no reason. You get put in these situations so that you can grow, so that you can learn from them. Like I said, I have really just made a mess of things twice in my life where I just truly didn't know how I was gonna get through it right when I was at the thick of it, right? I just didn't know how things would play out. I was ashamed. I didn't want my family to know. I didn't know what their reactions would be. It was so scary. It was really, really scary. And I just wanted to not deal with it. Looking back, this happened, I want to say closer to 4 years now. And it wasn't that bad. It was a hiccup. At that moment, it truly felt like the end of the world for me. But now it's like a speck in my life. I have done amazing things despite that error that I made, and it wasn't the end of the world. So if you're going through something, I just want to remind you that a lot of the times when we are in the beginning stages of a problem, it feels extremely scary because we don't know how things will play out. It feels just shameful because we realized how big of a mistake we made, but you don't have to let that problem or that error define you. If anything, you can learn from this and then come out the other end 20 times better, just a completely changed person. That's exactly what I did. I mean, I like to think about celebrities like Shia LaBeouf. I don't even know how to say it right. But he was, I think, addicted to drugs. I think he went to rehab. People said he ruined his career. But I recently saw, like, on a podcast, I think it was with Jeff Wittick. He sees him at the gym pretty regularly. He seems like a happy guy. He just seems like he's doing a lot better. I think even when we look at Lindsay Lohan, who, I mean, for the longest people were bashing on her. People thought that was it. Like, she was honestly gonna die at a really young age, and she's still here in her comeback. I mean, she looks amazing. It seems to be that she's doing amazing. Like, if she could come back 10 times stronger, like, what makes you think that you can't either? I think another one is Khloe Kardashian. She got a DUI. I think when I was younger, I remember seeing all over the magazines, the tabloids, just that she had a DUI, she ruined her career, she ruined her life, all these very scary things. I mean, obviously getting a DUI, it's, you were being reckless and irresponsible, but the person she is now, I mean, she has her own business, that she's doing amazing, she's doing phenomenal for herself. So it's just like we have these examples, and I know that these are just like very well-known people, which is why I share them, right? But we have clear examples of people making it through the other end. And sometimes when we ourselves go through these situations, it can feel like, how the heck am I going to get myself out of this? How the heck am I still going to be loved by people? How am I still going to be accepted by people? Oh my God, I destroyed my life, I ruined myself, blah 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 blah. But it truly doesn't have to be that scary. I think you need to worry about yourself when you cannot get yourself out of that mindset, because then you should be scared, not because you're going through something that you can't face, but because you're still not over to overcome the fear of facing this obstacle. And when you bury yourself in those emotions, you become almost paralyzed. I mean, you could be going through something horrendous and you can still try to be like, okay, how can I navigate myself out of this situation? What could be the better outcome for me? How can I learn from this so that I don't ever do something like this again? How can I become a better person after this? I never want to feel the way that I am feeling right now. What do I need to do to get out? If you adopt that mindset, that's great. That's amazing. You're gonna get past it, no doubt. Maybe you don't have a clear solution right now, but you will find it because you're putting in the work. But if you just keep yourself stagnant and just, I'm not gonna get out of bed because I fucked up, I don't want to face the world. You know what? Let me go pick up a drink. Let me go pick up some drugs because I just don't want to think about this right now. You know what? Let me cut everybody off because I don't want to think about this right now. I really fucked up. I'm a horrible person. I feel so guilty. I'm so ashamed of myself. I don't even want to be alive. That is when you should feel scared. It's not because the problem, no matter how bad it was, and I want to emphasize this a lot. I don't care how bad it was. I don't care how bad you fucked up. You still are here. You're still alive, and you deserve to just feel better about yourself. So it doesn't matter how big or how ugly the situation is. You deserve growth, and you deserve forgiveness, and you deserve to still feel loved and to still feel proud of yourself. So when you are in that mindset of just blaming yourself and playing the victim, that's what's gonna kill you. It was never the problem. It was just your mindset. And like I said, a friend of mine is really going through it. He did mess up, and I'm making this video because it just reminded me of how scary it is. But I think we've all been there. We've all been there, and we've all dealt with these really, really low and scary times. And chances are we're gonna feel like that again in our lifetime. I mean, we're here for a very long time. What, 60, 70, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years if we're lucky? That's a very, very long time. You're gonna get a lot of opportunities to fuck up. Don't be scared of messing up. Just promise and commit to yourself that if you do mess up, or when you do mess up, you're going to learn from it. You're going to grow. You're going to become a better person for you and for those around you. So what kind of helps me out? So when I do mess up, or when I just feel like something didn't go my way, I like to make a plan. I like to do some self-reflection, because most of the time, not all the time, right? But most of the time, if you just did something extremely disrespectful to yourself or to others, or just extremely out of character, where you just feel so ashamed, most of the time it's because you haven't been operating in a way that is healthy, both physically, emotionally, mentally. Like, something is going on that you haven't dealt with, and so all of that kind of just builds up, and it just makes you become somebody that you're not. Because I don't think, especially if you're watching this video, like, I don't think that you are inherently like an evil, horrible person. I just think that it's very easy to just lose yourself a little bit. So it's very important to do some self-reflection when you mess up. What are you not facing? Are you unhappy with your life? Are you unhappy with yourself? Have you been giving too much to others for so long? Have you been saying fuck you to everyone for so long? Like, what is it? Find all of the things that you're just like not happy with, and commit to fixing them, so that you elevate yourself in a way where you're just like not able to commit this mistake again. I remember when I did the things that I'm just like really ashamed of. It was a few years ago. I stopped working out. I stopped running. I was eating junk food. I was eating fast food every single day. I was severely overweight, so I was not confident. I just hated the way that I looked. I hated my appearance. The way that I moved was very different. Like, I was seeking external validation from everywhere. I was trying to overindulge in alcohol to kind of like heal my wounds or try to like stop myself from facing them. Like, I was just like a shell of a person, and I had to be real with myself, and I had to be like, you know what? I don't need to drink. I don't need to go to the McDonald's every single day. What I need is to focus on my inner self. Why am I letting myself go? Why haven't I been able to get my ass to the gym? Why haven't I been able to face my truths? Why haven't I been able to deal with my problems? And why am I trying so hard to numb myself? When I really sat with myself and asked myself these questions, it kind of brought clarity to me, because I really think that when you're doing this in a way, you're either reaching out to your higher self or to the universe or to God, whoever you believe in, and you're like asking them to just help you figure these things out. Like, you're not alone in this journey. No matter how alone it feels, like, you're never alone. I mean, think of all of the miracles or just like the coincidence that have happened. I think that alone is enough reason to believe in a higher power. And if you haven't had any of those experiences personally, well, look online. People have, like, a lot of crazy shit is going on, and it's beautiful, and it's definitely a sign that we're not in this world or in this universe. Like, we're not by ourselves. We're not the only intelligent species. These beings or entities or spirits or God or whoever it is, right? They really just are here to help us and to guide us. So when you commit to trying to figure yourself out, it's suddenly going to come to you. You're going to realize the problem. And that's the first step, right? Realizing what the fuck is going on, what's missing. And then you can start forming a plan to try to get to a point where you like yourself and where you like your life and where you like the relationships around you that you have. And when you're operating in this mindset where you're just a lot happier, where you just don't feel so miserable with life, you're going to be able to have a more positive outlook. So no matter how fucked up the situation is, it's going to be easier to find a way out. It's going to be easier to find the good in the shitty situation, because trust me, like, with everything, every situation that is thrown at you or that you put yourself through, like, it is for a reason, and there's something good in it, even if you don't see it right now. Even if you ask other people, go on Reddit, type out your problem. Trust me when I say you're not the only one who has dealt with the specific problem that you are feeling right now. Okay, there are so many people on this earth. You don't think even one, probably like 10 people, 100 people, 100,000 people have faced what you're facing right now? That's impossible. Find solutions that other people have come up with. Talk to your peers, your family members, your friends, and just try to have a more positive outlook on the situation, because I promise you there is. And then just commit. That's all it is. It's just committing to solving the problem, to becoming a better person, to growth. That's all that life is. Everybody fucks up. Everybody just hits rock bottom at some point. The only thing you have to do to get yourself out is commit to becoming better. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because, like I said, like, I've been through it, and I remember how scary it was, and seeing my friends struggling right now and just having the same thoughts I did, where it's just like, damn, like, I don't even want to be alive to like deal with this shit, right? It made me kind of want to think about what mindset I had to develop in order to still keep pushing, right? Because I mean, life is a privilege and life is beautiful. There are so many things, so many wonderful experiences I've had since fucking up, where I just thought hit rock bottom and I could get no worse than this. Like, I've had so many beautiful experiences, and I'm just so happy that I didn't decide to end my access to these experiences, but it was very close. And I don't know, I think when you're just going through it, it feels very isolating, but it's not. There are so many people who love you. There are so many people who want to see you succeed, myself included, and you have more great things coming your way in the future. Getting yourself out of this mess isn't impossible. Do not let the dark thoughts win. But yeah, other than that, that was all that I had for you guys today. This video was like so random. I literally just got off the phone with my friend and I was like, oh, I'm gonna record. I don't have an outline prepared for this video, so that's why it was kind of like repetitive. I don't know. But yeah, until next time. Bye.